Hello YouTube, my name is Natasha. If you're new here, this is my vlog. If you're not new here, welcome back. Don't mind the wet hair. I actually just got back from an ocean dip. I've been doing dips once a week in the ocean for like almost a year now actually. That's so crazy to think about. At Kitsilano Beach in Vancouver, Canada. So if you ever want to join, just like message me and I'll tell you the details of time and where to meet. But I've been doing it twice a week now and it's starting to get warmer, so I'm actually going in playing mermaid a little bit. It's more hair maintenance, obviously. Curly hair problems too. I tend to straighten my hair a lot, so it makes it a little bit more to navigate, but it feels so freaking good. So if you ever want to dip with us, please let me know. There's so many dips throughout the week and I'd be happy to go to any of them just to be in the water. Marathon prep for the Victoria, Canada Marathon is starting on Sunday. We're less than a week out. I'm so excited and nervous and all of the feels. As you know, we had prepped for the BMO Marathon in Vancouver. That was at the beginning of May, all through the winter, and then we've had this like window of time that's been off, which has been so nice. I actually took this last week off, not off, but like off from physical activity just to enjoy it, relax, take that space back before I'm about to enter back into prep. Because if you've been in prep, you know it's intense. It's not a game you play. This is something that you're investing so much time and energy into. And it's awesome, it's challenging, it's frustrating, it's all of the emotions at the same time. It's worth it, but it's a lot. So I decided to take the week off, and thank God that I did. I was already in the mental space of it because I ended up straining one of my quad muscles like 2 days after I made this decision. I was trying to take my shoe off while laying down with my foot, and I strained a muscle. The only way that I can make this relatable to somebody who's never had this happen is when you just turn your head a certain way and your neck strains. That's what happened to my quad. So it sucked. It's the silliest injury ever. But it has allowed me to like actually peel back a bit, doing just minor things like walking a lot more. And then we played a little bit of tennis yesterday, but we're easing back in, and then maybe throughout this next window of time, I'll explain how the week is going to be structured with runs and workouts. I'd like to keep my strength up. I just pulled 240 pound deadlift for 4 reps of 3 rounds, and that felt so good to just have that power back in my body. But the goal is to run a marathon for a specific time. So if I have to shift back on my strength goals a little bit so that I can better navigate the speed work that is required for marathon prep and hitting the time that I'd like, I'll just have to do that. It's only 4 months and then it's gonna be done and I can go back to strength training. And so we'll see what happens, but I'd love to still be strength training throughout this entire window. I find the strength training has been super beneficial to my running, and my running has actually been really beneficial to my strength training. So they complement each other so well, but it's taking me a long time to navigate and be able to do both at the same time. Anyways, that's my ramble. This is lead into the rest of the vlog. My quad is actually feeling pretty good, so I'll likely do my first run since straining it. This will be my second run since straining it. Whoops. My first run, don't tell anybody, that's so bad. I just realized that. Anyways, my first run since straining it tomorrow, and we'll see how I'm feeling tonight on our evening walk. I'd like to go for like 6 or 7K, which isn't too lengthy of a run. That would probably be about 45 minutes around there. And then yeah, some athletic style training this week, just getting those muscles geared up and ready to go for the start of marathon prep. Holy, I can't believe we're already there. That's just nuts. That's nuts. Okay, let's get into this. Enough of me talking at you. Good morning. Okay,
I'm gonna try a protein shake for this morning run. Usually I do, well, I've been trying banana and peanut butter, and before that I was doing like toast and peanut butter. But I just want to see like what feels the best, and Joey has been trying protein before he goes and he really likes it. I don't know if it's gonna make me have to pee more. There's potential of that, or it just like might not make me feel great while I'm running. I have no idea. We're gonna find out. This is the first time I'm trying it, so I'm gonna drink this, go to the bathroom. It's the whole point of me being up this early, and then go for my run. This morning's run is only gonna be like 40 to 60 minutes. We'll see how I'm feeling. And if I want to go a little bit more, I can, but if I don't, I can stop right at 40 and I would be very happy. So it's not a workout run yet. Again, marathon prep is starting in only a few more days. Well, actually a little bit over a few more days, but still less than a week. And so I'm not super keen on starting the intensity yet. I want to just enjoy one more run. Let me enjoy one more run. And then I will just mark it as thirds, rule of thirds. If I like a third of it feels meh, and a third of it sucks, then I know that I'm training right. So, yay. Okay, I'm gonna drink this now. Bye. Okay, I'm ready for the run. I have drank my protein. I have bathroomed. It was not great, so I'm a little nervous right now, especially having had a protein shake, which is fluid. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. We'll figure it out. I got my Kleenex because I am sneezing a lot this morning, so I'm probably gonna need it. My keys, my headphones. I think I want a chill run, so I have a podcast lined up. I always run a little bit slower when I'm listening to a podcast.
Me too.
And then I do have music also lined up in case I feel just like in a really good rhythm, and then I'll just throw the music on and I can just scoot around, which is really exciting. I do have my pack on, and if you're new here, the reason I wear my pack is because on the day I'm going to be wearing a pack. So I'm marathon training coming up in a few days, but I just always train in it because the intent is to run a marathon with my pack on. And through all of the sports that I've ever been in training, it's always recommended to be wearing as close to, if not the exact things that you'd be wearing on the day, so that you are dialed. It doesn't bother you. It doesn't throw you off. It doesn't freak you out. The water in the pack, I have a liter. About a liter is like 2 pounds of weight. So it does actually make a little bit of a difference. Not a whole lot, but a little bit of a difference. So it's just easier that way. Anyways, I'm rambling. So I'm going to go now. It's beautiful out. It's really nice. I'm just like not super into it this morning, but I'm gonna go anyways, and it's gonna be great because I always feel so good afterwards, and I know that, and so I'm kind of just relishing in that fact. So let's go on a run. So first little bit of this run, my quad's feeling pretty good. I mentioned that I strained it. That's a good sign for me. I'm hoping, but I am gonna just take it easy. We're in marathon prep coming up on Sunday this week, so I just want to enjoy my run. That's kind of where my head's at. And so far, that is very real. The weather's perfect. It's like just brisk enough that I'm not overheating, but not hot enough that just brisk enough that I'm not overheating and not so cold that I'm freezing. So I'm very happy. Just running at a 10-minute per mile pace right now to warm up, and then we'll go from there. But giving myself that time to get my respiratory system and my musculoskeletal system warmed up. So, whoop whoop. This run is stunning. It's been perfect. I am feeling a little tired. I've only been out for about 25 minutes, but I'm happy. Honestly, yeah, this feels really good. I'm really glad I came out. I'm going back now, so I'll be out for about 50 minutes. Whoop. Okay, I just finished. Ooh, this lens is dirty, whatever. I'm gonna clean it after. This is my bag, sorry. Feel really good. I don't feel out of breath right now, but I am sweaty and also red, probably. I'm not even gonna look at myself. It's better this way. That felt really good. I did a 907 minute per mile pace, which I don't know what it is in kilometers, but I can add that because Strava translates it for me. Sorry for the snotty sniffles. Oh my gosh, I need to blow my nose. Oh, I am really red. Okay, don't look at yourself. It's like staring into the sun. I'm gonna clean myself up and then I'll get Joey to come.
Look at that tail. Are you happy to see Mom? Are you happy to see Mom? Yeah. I love you. Are you so sweet? Yeah. Did you miss me for the whole 45 minutes I was gone? Did you miss me? Oh, you did? Okay.
Back. I'm very excited. That run went really well. My quad felt fine. Like I didn't have any issues with my quad at all. It still feels fine, which is a really good sign. I did feel some tension in my lower back, but that's because I deadlifted a couple days ago. So as I mentioned at the start of this video, I want to keep strength training and keep that strength training up. And it feels really good for me, but it is going to impact my running. So I'm just trying to figure out how far of a distance between my deadlifts and my long runs I need to make, and that's what I'll just be navigating through time. So if I'm going to be doing really heavy deadlifts, I don't want to be doing a long run a couple days later because it's so intense on your central nervous system, and I have a fear that I'm going to either burn out or injure myself, which are two things I don't want in prep. So I got to be smart about it, but I think a 3-day window is perfect. So if I do a deadlift on Monday, then I would make sure that I just don't do my long run until like Thursday, and then again it gives me a few days after the long run to do my deadlifts again and recover properly. So I just have to be smart, work smart and work hard, but don't work hard too often because it's stupid. Okay, we're gonna walk Joey to work now, and that's about an hour of walking, which is great, but that's not for me, that's for Luna, and I will talk to you later. Yay! Okay, we're back from the walk. I don't even know how many steps that is, to be honest with you. I can guarantee we are well over the 10,000 steps for the day, and it's only 8:30 in the morning. I think I'm actually going to keep these short. That was so loud. I'm so sorry. I think I'm going to actually keep these short. So if I'm going for a run, I'll take you along for the run. I'll explain how the run goes. And the reason behind that is because, as I said, I'm going into prep next week. So I don't care to really push myself this week. I pushed myself really hard last week so that I could take this as, I guess this is a more intense version of a deload week, but I've peeled it back quite significantly just so that I can get that full recovery. I can find joy in movement again, and just have fun for a week before I go into this really, really intense window of time. Prep is no joke. Prep is no joke. And if you've been in prep, you know, and if you haven't been in prep and you've watched people, you know, it's a lot of time and energy. And it's funny because people say, well, you don't have to do it. Like you don't have to do it. But you have this, like, there's a draw to doing it where it's, if you do everything, if you squeeze every last ounce out of yourself during that prep, meaning you follow it and you dial in and you get like 95% of that prep on point, will you be able to achieve this goal that has not been achievable to you before? And that's the draw that prep has. And that's what I love. Because as you know, if you've been following, but if you haven't been following, previous to January of this year, I had ran the longest distance was 10 kilometers. And that was twice. It was a few years back. I did the Sun Run in Vancouver, Canada, and we just decided to do it. So I did one 10K run right before that, which I had never done before. And then I did that run that day. And then then I was good. I was like, I'm not going to go run 10Ks now. And then after my bodybuilding competition that I did last year, I decided that I wanted to just take some time away from the gym, but I still wanted to be fit. So not like fit in my body, but fit health-wise. And so I decided to start running again. And I've always loved running, but I've always loved short distance running. So max out would be about like 30 minutes of running. So you can imagine how exciting it was for me for the first time in my life to be able to run, for an hour and a half, and then 2 hours, and then 2.5 hours, and then 3 hours, and then 3.5 hours, and then 4 hours. It was just absolutely mind-boggling for me to be capable of doing that. And my partner and I actually ran the marathon distance for fun, just the two of us. So we took stops, we had some baked goods along the way, but we were able to, even with all of our stops that we made, even with all of our chilling and making it an exciting day, we were able to do the entirety of all the stops in 6 hours. And then the actual running was 4 hours and 22 minutes. So we actually did quite well for just chilling, which gave me a lot of confidence in my abilities. And so now I'm like, okay, well, if that was like a fun day and we were still able to meet the time frame that you would need to finish most marathons, then how fast could I actually get a marathon done in one stint without having a bunch of stops? And that's where we're at now. So I'm like, make the goal an impossible goal. I'm going to go after an impossible goal, and I'm going to see if it pays off. And it might not this time, but it definitely will in the future. And that is what's so freaking cool about this. So anyways, I think I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to have my oats. As you saw before my run, I had protein and creatine. I have vegan protein, just because dairy, I'm allergic to it. As in, I'm actually allergic to it, not lactose. So I've stopped drinking whey and giving myself the reactions because it's silly. And I'm going to just see if that helps my performance overall as an athlete. Anyways, that's enough. That's enough. That is all. I will be doing a workout this week, so I will take you along for the workout that I do. We'll have a good time, and then we're gonna be a marathon prep. I'm so nervous and excited. Keep doing hard things, and please comment if you're also in marathon prep. If you're doing Victoria, Canada Marathon, I would love to hang out, even if it's just online, please. It keeps me so motivated to know that I'm going to be running with other people. And I am running with a close, dear friend and her husband and my partner. But the more the merrier. Let's get like a crew going. I would love that. Okay. I love you.